Supercube, episode 10, now out. Let's talk about it. So, episode 10 of Supercube is now out for you guys to go and check out. And wow, what an episode. So let's get to it because remember, a lot of people were saying when this was first coming out, oh, this is just another solo level. You know, this is all like the same. This Wang's supposed to be like Jinwoo, where he levels up. This is just all about solo leveling. It's the exact same thing. Well, now it's not. It's nothing like it. This episode, I'll tell you exactly what I felt when I was watching this whole entire episode. I felt like I was watching a spy thriller heist anime. That's what I thought I was watching. It has all of the themes, all of the atmosphere of that. Now, obviously, we open up with that creature, with a half bear hybrid of a big cat thing. And it's just devouring his body that's in there. It's just eating it. And then Ome goes in there and he's like, oh, I'll take it. Now, Wang's already looking around going, wait a second. Something's not right here. We're missing someone. This isn't right. So the guy that then fights this beast gets absolutely obliterated because this beast is like, I don't want anything to do with you, bro. And he tries to break through the glass. Mate pulls out his sword, tries to cut this beast. The beast absolutely just bodies him. And then the beast grabs his sword and jumps out through the glass. And now they're all panicking. They're like, what? And then these tamers come out and handle it quite comfortably. So that beast, it was there and then it just disappeared very, very quickly. It didn't really do much, which is, it's okay. I know some people will feel a bit disappointed by that because they wanted to see this creature actually have a fight. But I guess it does also showcase you that these tamers aren't just regular people. These are actually people that you don't want to really mess with. So Wang then goes and looks for this person that is missing. And this is where we see this girl with blue hair with the sword. She's got a hat on and she is moving like a spy, man. She is moving like a spy. She's trying to get to the treasury. She wants to get in there and steal something from there. And this is where she gets introduced to one of the tamers who's got knives on his hands here. And then we get a little action sequence there, and she's struggling. And then our boy Wang turns up, grabs his hand, and he's just casually holding him and just like talking, like, oh, okay, it's you. And then he knocks him out pretty comfortably. And then this is where we find out that she's actually the one that is the actual client. That is the person that Wang's supposed to bodyguard. And he puts it all together. He talks about how, well, if this guy was the boss, he wouldn't be standing in front of all of the bodyguards. He would not be in that situation. You weren't. So we already got that. But then they continue looking for the treasury. And this is where we get the spy thing, because they're trying to maneuver without triggering anything. They get close to the treasury, and then the tamers turn up again. So the ones that were just upstairs, they turn down. And this is where we get a little action sequence, and we see that they're actually quite powerful. And even Wang says, oh, okay. B-level fighters, it's a bit of an unfair fight. And this is where he uses his mind to figure out a way to get them out of that situation. So he uses like a toy grenade, and then they run out. And this is where he sparks a deal with the lady with the blue hair, where he's like, I know where the treasure is. I know where it is. You get me out, and I'll steal it for you and everything. So now they're coming up with plans of how they're going to get in there and get out. So they go into there, and this is where we find out that she was after a scroll. What this scroll is, I don't know what the scroll is. I don't know what is the significance of this. It could come on later on, but also Wang wants information. He wants intel on the particular group and the person that took his girl. And that is his whole mission. So he's trying to get the intel there. So he wants that. But in the treasury, he also sees a cube there as well. Very similar to his cube. Is it his cube? Is it not? I don't know. That's what we're going to find out later on in the next episode and stuff like that. But he finds out and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to take that. And then we get another action sequence with them, with the tamers and them two. They dispatch them pretty comfortably. Wang gets rid of them. Obviously, he comes up with a plan. She comes through the roof, and then they take him out. And now they're on their way down to where the scientist stuff happens where they create all these creatures and beings and stuff like that. So we're going to go down there now. And then we have this guy turn up with some pills in his hand. And he's just like, eat this. I was having a nap, but eat this. And I'm sitting there like, okay, this guy's got to be like some sort of like scientist freak that has like something. There's something about these pills that's going to transform these people or something. Do something crazy. So that's where it ends. Next week's preview looks insane. It looks like we're getting all action, right? So this episode was another one where it's setting everything in. They're going to go down to the science lab now. We've all got it in here. We now have all the pieces that we need for the next episode. And the next episode is just going to be pure action. I can't wait for it. It looks absolutely incredible. But this episode, I really like. I'm really liking this second half since episode 7. Episode 7 is fantastic, obviously. But since then, it's really shifted from this action leveling up fantasy series to a completely different series almost. It feels like that. You know, the tone, the atmosphere, the characters, the story, it's all driven now. It's not just about leading up to the action or anything like that. Like here, I really felt that spy elements running through it when they're trying to go through, especially when you first see her come in with the sword and that, and she's there and she's pressing buttons to turn off the cameras. She's moving as if she doesn't want to get caught. And the music, it really created that atmosphere that made you feel like you were watching a spy anime. And then you have the heist element of them getting into the vault, getting what they need and trying to get out. I mean, I'm a sucker for heist movies. I'm a sucker for heist stuff and spy stuff. So I really enjoyed the change up. I really did. And seeing that Wang wants this intel and he's willing to do what he has to do to get it, I think it's just creating this character in Wang that I'm really enjoying, because he just doesn't feel like a normal character that is high powered or anything like that and just wants to get stronger. He has a sense of purpose. His purpose is to find her. Like, he failed at protecting her and then lost her, and now he's trying to get her back, and this is changing him. And you can see he's more calculated in the things he does, where before he was more rash. He was more, I've got this power, I'm going to go in, all guns blazing, doesn't matter. Now he's a lot more calculated, figuring out, coming up with plans strategically to find out what he needs to know before he actually engages in battle. And I really like that aspect. So changing the character already is fantastic. The story is great. Supercube is just getting better and better, man. This is just getting better and better, and I cannot wait to next week's episode. If you want action, you're going to be rewarded next week. So let me know what you guys think of this episode. Did you enjoy episode 10? Maybe you didn't. Smash it in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe, and peace out.